we're going to take a look at a couple of different quadratic problems. I'm on the wrong page. Somebody named Jim has taken a summer job mowing his uncle's lawn once a week. Jim and his uncle have settled on a contract with very strange terms. Jim receives $2 for signing the contract, and he will be paid in the following way. For the first week, he will make $1 for mowing the lawn. For each succeeding week, he will make $2 more than he made the previous week. Is this a good deal? It is? Right. If you're going to mow the lawn 3 weeks, is this a good idea? Not unless you're the uncle, right? So they got together. We'll assume that the lawn is already mowed. So they got together one day, and they signed a contract, and the uncle gave Jim $2 and said, come back in 1 week and mow the lawn, and I'll pay you $1. Come back the next week, and I will pay you $2 more than I paid you before. So how much does he make the second week? He makes $3, and the next week he would make $2 more than he made before, $5. Right. So it would be $1 for the first time, $3 for the second time, $5 for the next one, and so on. Well, that's the total amount he's made overall. So we're going to track both how much he makes per week and how much he's made total. And then we can kind of decide how long it's going to take in order to make this worth it. Okay. So we're going to write the calculations. Nothing happens in the first week. We have no, just $2 for signing the contract. And then at the end of week 1, he will have made $3. Where did that $3 come from? The 2 he got originally plus $1 for mowing the lawn. Does everybody understand that? So this is how much he's already made up to that point, and this column is how much he made for mowing the lawn that one day. Okay? What happens in week 2? He has 3, and he makes 2 more than he made the last time he mowed the lawn. So last time, how much did he get paid for mowing? 1, so he's going to make 2 more than that. So he makes 3 for mowing the lawn this time. So plus 3. And again, the left number is how much he's already made, and the right number is how much for the lawn for that particular day. Okay? So in week 3, what's the first number going to be? 6, and that number represents how much he has, and then he's going to mow the lawn at what rate? $5, because last time he had 3, and it's going to be $2 more than he got last time, which gives me 11. Okay? So week 4, what would that look like? 11 plus 7, which is 18. Okay, so 5 is going to be 18 plus 9, which is 27. So far, is that a good deal? Well, let's look. At 5 weeks, he's made $27. So if we calculated that per week, 27 divided by 5, what does that number tell me? On average, $5.40 for mowing the lawn per week. Now, as we continue, is that number going to go up or down? It's definitely going to go up. Okay? So let's look through here. Is this exponential? Well, we can test it. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. 6 divided by 3, 2. 11 divided by 6. And see, now it's starting to slow down. So the next number is going to be smaller and smaller and smaller. So no, it didn't work. Let's test to see if it's linear. What are my first differences? 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Those numbers are familiar. They're odd numbers, and they're the same as the lawn mowing numbers over here in this second column. Okay? Not linear. So it's not an x to the first equation. What about the second difference? Plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. So I know it's an x squared. Okay? So the first question asks, do you see any patterns? Where is the pattern? In the second difference column. Okay? Can we write an equation? Well, I know it's an x squared equation, but does x squared work? Just x squared by itself. Let's try it. Is 0 squared going to give us the right total? No. Is 1 squared going to give us the right total? No. Is 2 squared going to give me the right total? No. 2 times 2 is not 6. 3 times 3 is not 11. Right. All of those numbers are close, and they're off by 2. So if I did 0 squared plus 2, does that match the total? Yes. 1 squared plus 2, does that match the total? And let's go down here and check. 5 squared plus 2, is that 27? Yes. So my equation is going to be, and I said equation, so we need to write either y equals x squared plus 2 or f of x equals x squared plus 2. Let's look into the future. Let's see, how long is the summer? If you mowed it all summer long, 3 months, yeah, well, it'd be 12 weeks. So let's plug in 12. 12 squared plus 2 is $146. Now, if we divide that by 12, what do we get? $12 something. Is $12 per mow worth it? It depends on the lawn, right? My lawn, no way. It's not worth 12 bucks. Okay? Let's try another. So, let's see, we start mowing lawns what, in May, and we end in October? So that would be 6 months. So let's try 6 months times 4 weeks. It's probably closer to 26 weeks. So let's try 26. What is 26 squared plus 2? So 26 squared plus 2 is 680. Divide that by 26. How did I know it was going to be 26 point something really small? Well, look at this. It's 26 times 26 plus a little bit. So, is $26 worth it? For me, yeah. I think I can mow my lawn in about, it is, but you're only working once a week. And you're making, if it takes you a half hour to mow the lawn, you're making $52 an hour. So, that's not too bad, right? My lawn's about 45 minutes, so you'd be making halfway between 26 and 52. Okay, turn the page. Okay, on this one, instead of going up, we're going to go down. But we need to change some of the numbers because the equation is really terrible. Jim has decided to raise a pig. His grandfather has given him, instead of 21, change that to 64 barrels of grain to feed the pig. Yep. So you're going to change these numbers to 64. As the pig grows older, it will eat more grain each month. For the first month, the pig can eat an entire barrel of grain. So at the end of 1, how many barrels will be left? 63. And then each succeeding month, the pig will eat, and we're going to change this 1 to a 2. And that will make the equation a lot nicer. So we're going to subtract an additional 2 each time. So the first month it eats 1 barrel of grain. How many barrels will it eat the second month? 2 more than it ate last time. So 3. So 64, 63, 60. How many is it going to eat the next time? 5. Because it ate. So this is -1, -3. And this one's got to be -5. And you need to show the calculations. Oh, did I tell you on the first page, cross off those last 2 questions. They don't belong. This is an updated version from a previous assignment, and those are gone. So on the next page, cross off questions 3 and 4. And then, so you still need to do 1, 2, and 5. Yeah. Okay, now turn to the last page. The pig one, cross off 3 and 4. So if you take a look at the last page, there are 2 graphs. Where do we get the numbers to graph? So right here, these values are going to be x, and these values are going to be y values. But look at the second graph. Something's wrong with it. Well, look at the actual graph at the bottom of the last page. It doesn't go to 64. It stops at 21. So you're going to need to change the y-axis numbers so that it goes all the way to 64. So you'll have to count by, instead of counting by 1s, you'll have to count by 3s or 5s or something. You get to pick. Okay? So you need to finish page 2, and then you need to graph pages 1 and 2. Okay?